Are you willing to pay more at the store if your property taxes go down?
Nebraska lawmakers begin a historic session to rewrite the tax code. And as Steve White reports, the governor faces criticism from the left and the right.
The governor's tax plan remains a work in progress, but at least one has already declared it dead on arrival.
Legislature first special session.
Day one arrives with no end in sight.
I mean, if we're going to have 80 bills, we're going to be here a while.
Unlike past special sessions on narrowly focused topics like oil pipelines, this is wide open. Senator Lou Ann Linehan says nearly anything related to taxing and spending could be on the table.
I'm very happy the governor wrote the call wide enough that other bills will come and we'll have everybody's ideas. I think that's the only way to do this.
And while she's championing the governor's plan, she says nothing will happen without compromise. The governor's goal is to cut property taxes 50%. He has proposed more state funding of schools to cut the burden on local property taxes.
He is proposing a radical takeover of our state's public schools. He's proposing to rewrite the tax code. He's proposing to rewrite the budget.
Progressive lawmakers say the governor's package is a non-starter.
The governor's plan is dead on arrival. The governor needs to recognize that very, very quickly.
Some conservatives also criticized the Pillen plan. Senator Julie Slama says the governor's last-minute proclamation left no time to run numbers.
He did not view the legislature as a co-equal branch of government in that move, in that we were given less than 24 hours to have the ground rules for session.
She agrees property taxes are a crisis.
When people say they can't afford to buy a house, I've lived that.
Slama favors an approach based on Colorado's Taxpayer Bill of Rights. Senator Danielle Conrad wants what she calls the Buffett rule, taxing the wealthiest Nebraskans. She also supports legalizing marijuana and sports wagering. Linehan led the way on property tax credits in recent years.
We thought we tried. $1 billion with state money going to property tax relief, but they went up $1.3 billion. So clearly what we're doing is not working, and that's why we've got to get spending under control.
Linehan now says tax relief won't happen until cities and counties cut spending. With so many ideas, it's unclear where they can compromise and how long it'll take.
I will be here every day it takes to get some good progress for Nebraska taxpayers.
And another proposal to cancel the Perkins County Canal. Reporting in Lincoln, I'm Steve White.
Thank you, Steve. Will Governor Pillen be willing to meet somewhere in the middle when it comes to property taxes?
He says yes.
Yeah, I'm obviously not going to violate principles that I believe in, but yeah, I've said, you know, awesome policy is if we can agree on 80%, that's spectacular policy. I'm going to be signing stuff in this, and I'm not, that I'd like to be better or I would like different, but that's not how it works.
Part of the governor's plan is for the state to handle funding for K through 12 directly. This would move school funding to a state-based formula from a county-based formula.
We stopped by Administrators' Days in Kearney to ask principals and superintendents about Pillen's plan and how they feel about possibly losing local control. A superintendent of a Northeast Nebraska school says he understands the initial skepticism and believes it's the right move going forward.
So in conversations with the governor and his staff, the concept that our general fund property tax levy would be zero and we would still have flexibility to increase that levy by a vote of our own board if the state was unable to meet the responsibilities that what they're talking about or promising. You know, I think I can sell that. I think I can support that. But again, the devil's in the details. What is that actual promise of money going to be? And so, yeah, I think it's a great idea, and you know, it's not something that I can control. So, if it happens, it happens. We're going to make the best of it either way.
Not everyone feels the same way. Gary Robinson Jr. spoke with at least a dozen superintendents and school officials, with most saying they did not want to comment as details in the bills have not been revealed yet. Off camera, they did say there is skepticism in the air.